Your proposal is on version 7, still sitting in drafts. It always needs one more thing, another data point, another pass on the wording, a better moment to send it. Your colleague's proposal was far rougher. He shipped version 1 straight away and caught 20 comments on the spot. 3 months later, his plan is the one in production. He's iterated to version 5 on real feedback. Your version 7 has never seen daylight. Here's the truth that hurts. You think you're pursuing excellence. You're actually dodging judgment. Never hand in the paper, and you can never be wrong or ever score. On choosing between fast and flawless, Sun Tzu gave a blunt answer in Waging War. Today we break it down. In Lionel Giles's translation, in war then, let your great object be victory, not lengthy campaigns. And the verdict that precedes it, there is no instance of a country having benefited from prolonged warfare. In all of history, not one. Sun Tzu isn't preaching temperament. He's doing accounting. Waging war opens with the ledger. A day in the field costs 1,000 pieces of gold. Every extra day drains the treasury and the morale. Time itself is a cost. Boundary first. Prizing victory is not a license to ship sloppy work. We're solving exactly one problem. How that endlessly polished, never delivered perfect version quietly bleeds you dry. Translate victory, not lengthy campaigns, into workplace terms. Start with the cost of delay curve. Your work's value doesn't rise with polishing time. It falls with delivery time. The window, other people's patience, the heat of the problem itself, all depreciating daily. 3 disciplines hold the curve. Discipline 1. Set the good enough bar before you start. Before writing a line, agree with whoever accepts the work. What does 80 points look like? Write it down. Polishing without a standard is a bottomless pit. You think you're raising quality. You're only postponing judgment. Discipline 2. Ship version 1 within 2 weeks. Cut scope to the smallest version you can deliver in 2 weeks and let it meet people. Shipping is the fastest intelligence there is. The direction worth polishing hides in feedback, not in your mirror. Discipline 3. Make your deadline public. Tell the date to your reviewer and at least one colleague. Use an outside commitment to lock down the inner wobble. A private deadline is a wish. A spoken one is a discipline. Need an extension? Fine, reprice it in public. One red line. Prizing speed is not shipping junk. Correctness. Safety. Data integrity. The match deciders don't get cut by an inch. Only one thing gets cut. The flourishes added to dazzle. 80 points means solidly good enough, never abandoned halfway. Now the most expensive illusion said out loud. One more week of polish and it'll be better. Procrastination isn't laziness, it's fear. Hand it in and you get judged. Hold it back and it stays an unfinished masterpiece. But work gives no grade for unfinished. Late work never gets full marks. Because once the window closes, the exam paper changes. Here's a typical scene, a composite case, stitched together from many people's stories. You've probably watched some version of it happen. Front-end engineer Wu takes on an internal productivity tool. He wants a jaw-dropping debut, 3 times the features, a redesigned interface, 6 weeks of building in secret. On day 3, a colleague releases version 1 of a similar tool, 1 core feature, an interface as plain as a sketch. It collects 20 complaints that same day, and 40 users in the first week. The colleague treats every complaint as a signpost, shipping a small update weekly. In week 6, Wu's perfect version finally launches, but the whole team has settled into the colleague's tool, and almost nobody migrates. The retrospective stings harder. 80% of the features Wu lovingly polished were never used. He didn't lose on quality. He lost because during his 6 quiet weeks, the standard of judgment was being defined by someone else's version 1. On his next project, Wu flips the playbook. He writes the good enough bar with his reviewer, cuts half the features, and posts a 2-week deadline where everyone can see it. The first piece of feedback on launch day kills the design he'd been proudest of in his original plan. Shipping 2 weeks earlier meant 2 fewer weeks wasted. 6 months later, he's promoted. The review gives a single reason. His work is always the first that people can actually use. Perfect is a destination, not a departure requirement. 3 moves you can use tomorrow. 1. Write the good enough bar before you start. Spend 10 minutes aligning the 80-point standard with your reviewer. In writing, any polish beyond the bar must justify itself. 2. Ship version 1 inch 2 weeks. Cut scope until 2 weeks is enough. Feedback is the raw material of polish. Stop shipping and you starve. 3. Make your deadline public. Tell your reviewer and 1 colleague. Want a slip? Reprice it out loud. Give your wobble a cost. Next episode, we enter attack by fire. No ruler should put troops into the field merely to gratify his own spleen. The message sent in anger, the rage quit at the table, and the cooling checklist that catches them. See you then.